Hey, what's going on, guys? Kevin Cage back with another cryptocurrency update. Be sure to watch until the end of this video. I want to show you some interesting correlations, and without further ado, so I want to talk about Uphold.com. I'm not being paid by them, but I do want to mention them, being that they are one of the few exchanges that responded to the XRP community, and they're also participating in the Spark token distribution. So for those of you that do not know, if you are a newcomer and not super tech savvy and you have not already claimed your Spark tokens, one option is you could move some of your XRP or all of your XRP for a few days to the participating exchanges such as Uphold or Bitrue, which is another exchange I do talk about, and they also run a validator on the XRP ledger. So cool thing about Uphold, again, so just so you guys know, the distribution will be on, or not distribution, but the snapshot of the XRP ledger will be on the 12th of December. Okay, so what's going to happen is, say Bob has 5,000 XRP and he wants to claim Spark tokens. He will send his XRP to Uphold.com, keep it on Uphold for a day or two while it is taking the screenshot. And then at a later time, I'm assuming they will be distributing that exact number at a 1-to-1 ratio back to you. So you're not giving away your XRP, you're not trading it, you're simply putting it on the platform, and when they take the screenshot, they will give you that corresponding amounts of Spark tokens. So there's no such thing as easy money. I'm not going to speculate on the value. I'd assume it's going to be relatively low, but again, the Spark token valuation, it's really cool because if you did have 5,000 XRP or 100,000, you get that exact amount in Spark tokens. It could just be another nest egg. Again, seeds that you were planting for a later day. So just wanted to share that. There are a few other exchanges that will be announcing it. Hopefully they'll also provide feature guides, and also Crypto Eddie, again, Crypto ERI, I'm assuming the majority of you know her, has a great YouTube channel, and she just did a recent interview with the gentleman from Flare. Highly recommend checking it out if you have not already. So really quick with Uphold, a lot of exchanges that I utilize, just highly recommend, no matter who you are, just to get used to their user interface and just kind of play with it. And the cool thing is, I know Coinbase has the ability to kind of convert assets, but the spread and the fees to me are not really tolerable on my end. It's a lot, more cost effective to go other routes. And instead of being trapped like on other exchanges that have to go through Tether or Bitcoin all the way as that kind of bridge asset, you can just go directly here. Again, there's still fees, but I just find this type of interface to be a little easier. So again, if you guys have Uphold or, are not familiar with it, I definitely recommend checking it out and at least kind of playing with it and seeing if you like it. Cool thing is, again, anything to anything. You can go, well, not just between cryptocurrencies. You can trade between national currencies, precious metals, in, simple steps, directly converting them. And the cool thing is, besides 27 national currencies, 30 cryptocurrencies, variety of stablecoins such as Tether and USDC, and precious metals, they also have equities on the platform as well. So really exciting, guys. You can see some, choose from 50 household names: Facebook, Amazon, even Alex Cobb's favorite company and stock, Tesla, Apple. Again, even Bank of America. Remember, Berkshire Hathaway accumulated a massive amount of BOA, a well-known RippleNet partner. This is, indisputable at this point. We know that they will be revamping their systems, just like many other banks across the board. I'm not really going to stray away and start talking about the clearinghouse in real time, the RTP systems. But again, you guys, with the benefits of asset fractionalization, if you don't have $3,000 or $3,100 to buy a single Amazon stock, you can invest a fraction of it. You can own a tenth of it. So it's really cool. It is simply the future. It's about financial inclusion. And again, moving your money and just being in control of your funds. We see across the board, banks are closing more and more brick and mortars. I'm not saying that's going to be 100% across the board, but we're seeing, some of the locations that they might not necessarily need. A lot of things are becoming a lot more autonomous, becoming cloud-based. I think you guys kind of get the gist. And again, trends are our friends. It doesn't take a genius to see what is happening slowly but surely. But, in a time span of a few years, we're going to look back and go, wow, how did we not see it? How was it not this obvious? Even, groups like MasterCard and Visa taking initiative for, crypto debit cards in the future. We know Uphold has a debit card as well. If you guys are, on the waiting list, you can go check that out as well. I've heard a few people say that they really like it thus far. So pretty cool. And again, guys, really, really exciting. So just another option. They do have, crypto assets, and just wanted to mention that if you guys are excited to claim your Spark tokens when that time comes. All right. And also, which is, not common for many exchanges, they're focusing on total transparency by design. So a new standard of consumer assurance and financial services accountability. As you can see, guys, they actually show you their reserve status in the funds that they have. They're not loaning out your funds, and they're not, saying you have money that you don't have. Again, that is a real concern with some unregulated exchanges. I know Uphold, in partnership with like Link2 and some of their other partners, they will be going public, it seems. Really, really exciting for the things that they have going on. I know a lot of people talk about Uphold, and it is for good reason. All right. Just wanted to share that, showing the assets that they have, even tier 3 guys, total assets in reserve. Look at this, $151 million of assets in reserve. Interesting. All right. So, by the looks of it, I definitely trust them over other exchanges. But as you guys know, I do not believe that, any exchange can really, be relied upon to keep your cash on it at all times. All right. I just definitely recommend you guys, do your own thing, find your own storage, paper wallets, ledgers, whatever is best for you, and just be in charge of your funds. Just like you diversify within a variety of crypto assets or your portfolio of stocks, you should diversify your holdings too. It shouldn't just be on a single wallet, all right, for your own safety. So just wanted to give my spiel, teach their own, guys. Obviously, just find what is right for you, because what is right for you won't be right for me, and vice versa. So that's why it's kind of difficult for me to, recommend a one size fits all for everybody, because we're all different. We're all in different scenarios. We all have different preferences. Some are more risk averse. We are, in geopolitical, you are in different geographical locations. Just something to consider, guys. All right. Now I want to show you this just to show you the trends. So currently, just so you guys know, XRP is at 2335. And then also we have Bitcoin right around just above 10,000. Okay. So just keeping an eye on this. I'm biting my nails. Obviously we will see what happens. Now remember, as we go back to XRP really quick, I want to show you something. So remember, on September 1st, we had Mr. Level Up take this poll. Curious on everyone's thoughts, just kind of getting, the masses and see what people say. They believe, again, for the month of September, that XRP is going up or down. So we had the majority, 54% say up, 17% said down, and 28% said sideways. All right, so again, the majority said we are going up. And this was on September 1st at about, just before 2 p.m. So as we can see, September 1st, we are right around this region on the daily. All right. So we're right, let's say the medium of this candle, let's just say we were at like almost 29 cents, 28 cents. Okay. Notice, then again, it was funny how Anders actually shared this now a few days later, just to kind of get the sentiment, get a gauge of what people are feeling. It says, do you think the crypto market will take a dump in the coming days? And this was on the 7th, and it says 61% say yes. So after validation was already confirmed, people now think we are going lower. So again, this was on the 7th, so just so you guys know, right on the 7th, on a daily, we can see we're right around that 24-cent range, already after this little dump. Again, hindsight's 20/20, but it's crazy how we change our minds after the fact, after, another 20% fall. So I guarantee, and this psychology works on me too, it's just the way the market is, and I'm human, it affects me. If we did bounce back up to that 50 MA right around that 27-cent region, I guarantee all the bulls would come back out and say, oh, we're going to push up through that, and get a new high. It is just how the market works. It affects all of us. Personally, I am still looking a little bearish short term on this market. Yes, I know what I hold. Yes, I have extremely high hopes for XRP. Do I have any doubt in the future of this ecosystem regarding XRP? No, not unless I actually see a true competitor that can, again, replace the pre-funded accounts. The correspondent banking network alone shows that there are no true competitors. 8 years in the game, you guys can look at the backing of people, all these employees moving around from BlackRock to the Federal Reserve to the International Monetary Fund. If you guys think that this is just some speculative asset that is not going to have a real world utility in the near future, I don't know what to tell you. Again, there is a utility ground floor and a speculative ground floor. Both of them are going to be rising. Eventually, this 23 cents will become the new ground floor, and then eventually 50 cents, etc. The higher the volume, the more use case, the more demand that is driven towards this asset class in particular, the ground floor will be rising. And I am absolutely not selling my long-term bags at this price point ever. All right. Personally, though, I am looking for a bit of a bearish scenario. It's well beyond just the Bitcoin futures gap. There's a lot of things occurring with this market. I mean, look at the Dow Jones. We're at 29,000 points the other day. We're already at 27.5. How on earth can this market, well, we know the answer, and I'll get a rhetorical question. I'll give you a rhetorical answer. Because the Fed has been printing nonstop, guys. Trillions upon trillions. It is artificially inflated. It is fake money. It does not exist. So if you can honestly look at me and tell me that you do not think that markets need to breathe, that they need to, again, pull back or simply even crash for the time being because of what is going on globally, I don't know what to tell you. We see that the markets are propped up. How on earth, when the majority of people are out of work, how there's a global pandemic occurring, how can you say that the market should be reaching higher highs than ever before in, real estate, in the equities market, etc.? How can you look at me and honestly believe that without a natural pullback? All right. So you notice all of the biggest investors. We have, even Tim, Apple CEO pulling shares out. We have Warren Buffett sitting on the sidelines. We have, Amazon. We have all of these groups doing it, and it rhymes with exactly what we saw last year before the March crash. And again, it's just we're crying wolf over here, and people only realize after the fact. All right. Again, even if Dow Jones and these equities are going down, I think a lot of this money will be coming into crypto in the near future. I don't care if you see XRP go down to 21 cents. I'm still holding it. I still believe in this asset class. It is going to solve a real problem, whether it is 1%, 10%, or 100% market share of the correspondent banking network. This asset, in my opinion, is here to stay. Again, once these assets surpass $1 billion market cap, they're traditionally here to stay. Not everything is a bubble. Bubbles are opportunities to make life-changing wealth. You can go back to the early 2000s and read articles about them talking bad about Apple and Amazon. Luckily today, and I mean, I'm kind of saying this, but it sounds silly, but we have support groups with social media. We have these people making videos. We have researchers. We have influencers, whatever you want to call them. Again, I don't want to call myself an influencer. I'm just putting this information out because I think it is really important to talk about. Again, we can kind of rely on each other. We have information at our fingertips in real time. So, we almost have each other to support one another and build each other up. But, in the 90s, if you saw a negative article or something on the news written bad about your Amazon stock, you probably would have saw that, the fear, the FUD, again, fear, uncertainty, and doubt, and gave up and, liquidated your investment. But with this community, we are literally pushing each other to new heights. We see an asset go down 95%, and we're like, know what you hold. Hold on tight. It'll be worth it. And because from a fundamental perspective, we are seeing everything we need to see, yet there is cognitive dissonance in this market. We see good news, price goes down. Welcome to cryptocurrency, the most fun, most, again, nascent market in the world. And those that are giving up now, it's probably the wrong time. You do not want to buy high and sell low. You want to do the opposite. And this asset class is going to be the baseline of the new internet of value. Essentially, the new internet, as everything is going to be more distributed. It wants to have multiple points of failure. It wants to be immutable. It wants to be based upon trust. This is the future we are going to. So if you only do charts, I highly recommend looking into the technological aspect. If you only do the technological aspect, I highly recommend you guys look into the other markets and maybe the ramifications of other asset classes as well. Look at history. It's not always going to be the same, but it often does rhyme. Again, this bear market for 2-3 years that many, people have been here, I recommend, learning something, stepping out and going, looking at something that you may have not seen. This asset class is nascent, meaning it has tons of underlying potential. I am not giving up on this asset, even if I see it do another flash dump and forming another cup before we get out of here for good. I think in the future, we are all going to be laughing at these prices. Anybody that bought XRP under 50 cents will be bragging. I guarantee it. All right. So again, that is just my opinion. Take it with a grain of salt, guys. I just get really excited because I know what I hold. And again, I've been living this, breathing this for several years at this point, just like you guys. So just wanted to share that. And again, let's keep moving forward here. All right, next, guys, Binance Futures is going to launch XRP USD and ETC USD coin margin perpetual contracts. I do not know why they are launching ETC. I am not touching that coin with a 50-foot pole. I apologize if you guys are a fan of it. I just cannot support anything that is, again, basically involved in 51% of tax. This is my money. I'm not going to, lose it or have any issues with double spending. All right. I also am not going to be trading with leverage. Again, it is like a drug. It is addicting. If you guys win and you do, 10x your money, good for you. But I know people that have done that and then again, losing all of it instantly. So please be safe. I'm not telling you what to do with your hard-earned money, but please be mindful. Again, statistically, a huge percentage, I think well over 90% of investors that just hold for the long term typically do better than traders. So just keep that in mind, guys. And again, also the tax advantages of doing so in this asset class, because you simply just do not know when this asset will take off. We are aware of the cycles with crypto where they're down in these little troughs for 2 to 3 years. And then when they finally go and the actual bull runs are, 1/10 the size, and specifically 1/10 of the time it takes, going up thousands of percent. Just be safe, people. Please do not, again, get sucked into something that you will regret. All right. Also, if you guys really think that this asset class is just a bubble, do you really think that, Marcus Treacher, do you think these people don't know what they're doing? Backgrounds with Swift, HSBC, some of the biggest banks and financial institutions in the world, are doubting the future of Ripple, the company, and their digital asset, XRP. I have no doubt in my mind with this asset class. If you guys have free time and just want to do some reading, please just go to Ripple Insights, ripple.com, and just read some of these articles, why real-time cross-border payments are poised to break through. I didn't come this far to only come this far. I didn't, come for 2020, get scared because of a pandemic, and then give up on my investment because the price I see is fake. I know what I am holding, and I know you guys do too. Do not give up. All right. Again, just talking about this, the future, the landscape that we see today, and where this is all going. Again, ISO compliance. I think you guys agree. Single standards is the future, agnostic, level playing field. This is the same stuff that regulators and Ripple and some of the biggest financial institutions and banks in the world have been preaching for years. It is simply a matter of time before it finally comes out, and we'll all stop looking like such lunatics for buying assets that go down in price. All right. Next, also, if you guys are having doubts, Swiss crypto bank Signum again scores approval for digital asset trading. So again, from a regulatory standpoint, more banks, specifically in Switzerland, are getting, again, the green light to go ahead. I'm not getting out of this game when all of the big boys are coming to play. All right. Notice September 1st, they announced that they received regulatory approval from the Financial Market Supervisory Authority, allowing the company to expand its services to a digital asset trading facility. Next, we have Ripple partner ACI Worldwide and Currency Cloud, guys. Again, another RippleNet partner. They are also involved with many other groups that we know. Day in and day out, you guys see articles about Currency Cloud and all of their partnerships that they've been teaming up with. Again, new big deals in Canada and India. India, we could go on and on. Again, Dr. Rajan, we can talk about, the 50% of the pipeline, quotes from Ashish Burla of Ripple. We can talk about Canada, Project Links, obviously their high value payment system as well. Huge things. Royal Bank of Canada, RippleNet partner, ACI Worldwide, again, type of hub and spoke model, multi-currency approach. They have a variety of products such as UP, Universal Payments. They process $14 trillion per day. The gentleman that I showed you a video of from ACI Worldwide said, again, 14 trillion per day, guys. That's roughly well over $162 million per day or per second. That is absurd. And I know that's crazy math. And again, you can check it, but all in all, even if that math was incorrect, which I do not believe it is because I just did it by the number of seconds per day, again, that is huge. 14 trillion per day. Just fathom if, XRP even just transferred 1% of that. Okay. Next, and also ACI Worldwide is a tech provider for, the clearinghouse RTP. Just do your own research, and you guys, like, the actual information is all that you need to realize that you are investing into something with massive upside. All right, right here, XRP Crypto Wolf sharing again. Ripple's hiring another staff integration engineer, guys. As you can see, expanding the network clients. You can see all of this, all with RippleNet. And again, XRP, ILP, they are the secret sauce of this, okay? I still believe on-demand liquidity is going to be massive, but it's not something that happens overnight, period. All right? So again, feel free to look into this. This is not the sign of a dying company, a $10 billion valued company that plans to go public potentially next year. And remember, this is the same company quoted to say that they are here to solve a multi-trillion-dollar problem. I still have in my folder bookmarked even the $27 trillion valuation of dormant capital sitting around idle. Then in recent years, we've seen Brad Garlinghouse and multiple people kind of lower that figure from even 10 trillion to 5 trillion to 2 trillion. Regardless, multi-trillion, look at the market capitalization of XRP, and I think you guys will agree why I'm confident in this asset. All right, the flywheel effect is a real thing, and we have not seen anything. Next. So we have Tracy Lee here, head of product and operations at Polysign. So Polysign is a digital bank to allow institutional investors to withdraw the deposit of cryptocurrencies and keep it safe. The big boys, the big institutional leaders are not going to put a penny into crypto assets until they can ensure protection, security, insurance, all of these things, regulatory approval. And again, this is Status sharing the status. And then we also, thanks for Crypto Addy for sharing this as well. So again, Tracy Lee, this is a 2019 panel discussion. Remember, in recent videos, just so you guys know, this is polysign.io, the website if you want to check it out, building the future of digital assets. secure, scalable infrastructure for financial institutions to fully leverage their digital assets. These are not assets that they're going to be holding and just hoping they appreciate in value. They are solving real problems for real customers. Like, this is going to be the new financial landscape. These are the new protocols that are going to govern everything. Autonomy, AI, machine learning, it's going to go incredibly deep. And cross-border payments is just an obvious starting point for friction. All right? I know you guys agree with that sentiment, and obviously how, we can send an email, but again, we can't even send money and have it settle on the core ledgers of the core, like literally of central banks. All right? It's not a problem that you and I notice, but it's an inherent problem that has been existing for quite some time that on the banking level, they have to solve now. All right, notice Silicon Valley meets Wall Street. Look at the caliber of people here. I know I showed that video clip, I believe, that Mickey B. Fresh shared of Antoinette, just talking about, literally at something, I think she was at an IMF conference, and I was showing those video clips. Again, Mickey B. Fresh, guys, definite follow, and he has a YouTube channel as well, Mickey B. Fresh, XRP, definite subscribe. All right, and we have, the man, the myth, the legend, Arthur Brito, we have David Schwartz. Guys, XRP is at the center of this, this whole type of what is going on. That is the native digital asset on the XRP-L. The XRP-L has some of the craziest built-in capabilities, well beyond just a DEX and sending IOUs. This technology was built to be, to solve a massive amount of future value transfer. All right. Like, I'm not going to say it's going to reside on the XRP ledger, but it will. And it has a high probability of transacting over the XRP ledger. And I think you guys know what that means for a finite supply of XRP. If you think 100 billion is a lot or 50 billion is a lot, you guys haven't seen true value transfer yet. All right. Specifically when we are migrating to a new paradigm. So Tim Keeney, Jack McDonald, guys, look into these gentlemen. Again, UBS, RippleNet partner. They're also involved in that other project, that permission type of ecosystem as well. I'm blanking on the name. Finality. I'm forgetting on the actual utility token that they're building as well. But again, guys, huge things coming. Please just keep your eyes on the prize. Understand what is coming. Fight through the storm. I did not come this far to only come this far and sell at the bottom after waiting, 3.5 years. All right. So I appreciate it as always, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Again, highly recommend checking out uphold.com if you guys want to play with that interface or any other exchanges, or you can simply go to Flare and look at the features guide and specifically follow those rules to claim your Spark tokens. We still have a few months, and then even after that point, we will have roughly 6 months to claim those as well. So all good, no rush, don't fret. And again, the price you see is just merely a mirage. Stay strong, everybody.